I love backyard wrestling. For
shit, I know 2 pro wrestlers in this business that is now working from Noah in Japan that started off backyard wrestling. Donovan Morgan and Michael Modest.
What's your opinion of backyard wrestling?
It's cool. You know, it's very creative, very energetic, and I think there's a lot of originality, and it's fun to watch for me. I think it's cool, innovative, fresh. You know, it's tight. A lot of original moves, a lot of stuff that you don't see anywhere else. So I like to watch it from time to time to steal some moves.
What's your opinion of backyard wrestling?
I did it when I was a kid, you know what I mean? I didn't get into the business until I was 27 years old, so I didn't do all the kinds of stuff that the guys are doing now, you know what I mean? But me and my buddies would suplex each other and stuff like that, so, I mean, if it makes you happy, go for it.
You know, some of the kids are phenomenally talented, and in a way it's kind of cool that people are doing it because, you know, they don't have to go through all the politics, and they're doing it for the love of wanting to wrestle and having a good time, and it's really neat, and it's fun, you know. I love watching. There's some guys up there who do some stuff that is phenomenal. As far as having a responsibility, you know, if you take the decision to do anything in life, a school teacher, fireman, policeman, or whatever that, you're an adult usually, or you're a young man or a young woman, and you should be responsible enough to make your own decisions. You take it to the level you want to go to, but it's up to you to study, to watch tapes, to do matches, to go to school, to study martial arts, to amateur wrestle, do something so that you get a base.
You know, I just think it's like anything else. People, you know, frown on it because it's dangerous, but you can't tell a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid not to let his adrenaline flow, not to let his creativity take him where he's never gone before, not to feel that adrenaline when people applaud. You know, people are afraid of them getting hurt, but what, you know, football players get hurt, hockey players get hurt. I mean, people get hurt playing tackle football in the backyard. You know, they're going to do what they're going to do, and you ain't going to be able to stop them. They just need to be a little bit smarter about some of the stunts they're doing. But like I said, when you're that young, you don't give a damn.
You know what? To me, it's not a point of respect. To me, it's a point of what you know or what you want to do or what makes you happy. If that makes you happy, jumping off your backyard garage to a guy on a table or something, I mean, go for it. You know what I mean? I just love this damn business so much. You know what I mean? It's just it's hard for me to knock anybody that wants to be or do any part of it.
I was about 16 years old when I started backyard wrestling. It was like any other kid going out in the backyard and emulating what they saw on television, what they watched on Raw. Just going out and doing the moves that we had been watching my entire life. After some time in the backyard, the skills developed by, kind of going back and watching the tapes that we had made and watching Raw and stuff like that, and learning that you shoot a guy off this way, and when you drop an elbow that way, and just to kind of pick up what you did, what you saw, but progress thoroughly. Like anything, you're gonna get better as you practice. Honestly, I don't know if backyard wrestling has helped or hindered my career as far as wrestling goes. I think it's actually helped, and it's given me some opportunity to try some things that maybe under tutelage I wouldn't be able to try. If you're a backyarder and you're looking to be a pro wrestler, go to a wrestling school. If you're real serious about it, go to wrestling school. I know they're expensive, but go to them and and see how you like it. Backyard wrestler can't afford wrestling school. What do I recommend? I don't know. I was fortunate enough to put in a situation where I couldn't afford wrestling school, but I was fortunate enough to get on a TV show where I was trained for free. So if you want it that badly, maybe something could happen for you. The backyard fighter wrestling was called TCW, Tri-Town Championship Wrestling. There was probably a core group of about 8 to 10 guys, I'd say. We bought a ring and it took off from there.
Backyards have a head start in the wrestling business because of their former experience?
No, I don't necessarily consider it a head start. I consider it a cheap way to get in the business without having to go and pay to get in the business, but I still say I appreciate what they do because they're trying. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't frown on backyard wrestling. I personally love to watch it. You know what I mean? But a lot of them guys, they get in and they can do a moonsault and they can't do a headlock. You know what I mean? They can get in and do all this long tongue, chop suey, fluey, flipping shit, and they can't do nothing about, locking up and arm drags and hip toss and all that. You know what I mean? So no, it's not a head start. You know what I mean? It's like they don't want to be trained professionally, so they take it upon themselves to go out and train each other. And that's almost like Stevie Wonder asking Ray Charles to go for a drive in the car. It's like the blind leading the blind. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of shit, as far as the psychological part of the business, they don't know they have to learn. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I said, you look at some of the new guys. Let's take some of the developmental guys. They stick them in the gym, they're feeling full of steroids, and they don't know how to wrestle. And everybody thinks that, the big guys is, and they try to come up with a gimmick and all this kind of thing, and the people just don't buy it. Wrestling fans ain't stupid. And, if they're going to pay top dollar to see somebody, they want to see somebody who's got a little bit of a base, a little bit of culture behind them, you know what I mean? And definitely the backyard guys are doing things, they already have the experience of doing it every day in their backyard, and they're way ahead of the game. The developmental guys, they don't just do nothing. So I think that definitely, and they're going about it the right way. They're doing the backyards and they're starting independence, and little by little they get experience. And what they have is theirs. They're not being told what to do, so they're a lot more freer. And when your heart's in the game and you're not being told what to do and you're not a slave to anybody, obviously you're a lot happier too. So it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Well, it matters, but there's not too many companies that you can roll into without knowing that you have to know the real basics of wrestling, you know what I mean? Backyard wrestling and going out in front of 5,000 people and doing it and walking a guy through a 25-minute match are two totally different things. So I think that, backyard wrestling would be good, but you should still go to a wrestling school and learn all the basics.
Yeah, most definitely, because I think that they already have a passion. If they're going to go as far as to go wrestle in their backyard with no training, that already shows they have a passion and a love and a desire. And what they're learning real early in the business is that, you need to wear protection, that they're going to learn how hard it really is, that it's not as easy as it looks. And they're going to learn to be a little bit more, a lot more prudent when they're doing some of those wild moves, because they're all going to get hurt. So now they're going to think twice before they just do the first thing that pops in their mind. So definitely they have a definite advantage, as opposed to another guy that's going to a wrestling school.
No, I do it for free, and I do it for fun, and I'd have to do it, I wouldn't accept a phone call if somebody said, hey, can you come and do our show? Like, I would just, be in the neighborhood, and I'd find out about it and show up unannounced and ask if I could do it. I do that kind of stuff all the time in India anyway.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'd have to see some of their product or something first before I would commit to something like that, you know what I mean? Depending on how low budget it is or high budget it is, you know what I'm saying? There's too many factors. And right now, I haven't wrestled a lot even since September, you know what I mean? So the money's not important to me. It's if I want to do it and I think I'm going to have fun, then I'll do it.
The point of this video was to show this copy and paste bastard up. When you want to take shit from 1999 and post it up without even knowing what the fuck you're talking about, this is what happens to you. You want to develop or devote 10% of your life to wrestling, then shut the fuck up, because we develop and devote 120% of our life to wrestling. So you some shit and shit, okay? So before you come to me and try to dictate to me what is and isn't wrestling, and who says this and who says that, learn your fucking facts and learn your fucking history before you open your mouth.